My name is Sue Lendvoy. I'm an account administrator in the Owen Sound branch. I've been with Nicol Insurance in some capacity since 2007. I started as a temp for 3 months and then did contract for 3 months. I've been permanent full-time since April of 2008, so 14 years full-time. Great. Well, I started out on the reception desk, so the position itself has changed a great deal. Uh, a lot more electronics, a lot more technology. Not always easy for the older ones to to grasp. That's one of the biggest changes, and of course, uh, working with those that are basically the ages of my children. That's the essence is the same. It's very family oriented, very much team driven, and Nicol looks after their own. I've found it a great place to work. Changes, the biggest one would be the technology. Just the changes from paper to electronic documents to phone applications, that type of thing. I've actually been in and out of Owen Sound a few times, most recently with a life change from 2007. And it was the closest thing to what I grew up with. I grew up in small town Milton, and it was strip plazas. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody still knows my parents. And Owen Sound had that small town feel. You could walk down the street and nod to somebody and not be afraid of being ignored. It was a welcome feeling. The fact that so much of it is within walking distance. I'm big on walking. I enjoy walking. The harbor's there, the library, museums, shopping facilities. Pretty much everything is within walking distance. Some walks are longer than others, but within walking distance. It makes a difference because I know even because one of the functions of our team is to act as backup on the telephone when the receptionist is tied up. And it's a pleasant surprise for clients to call in and, oh, I've got a live person. And of course, because I've spoken to some of them for a number of years when I was at the desk, it's, oh, you're still there. I thought you'd retired, or something along that line. It's great to hear your voice. So that the human touch is very important. And there's a gentleman that he's been coming here for a number of years. I couldn't tell you how long, but when he does come in, he'll make a point of asking for me, and I'll come down for a visit. We just had a very close rapport that I developed at the front desk, and it's continued on even when I've moved away from the position. The comfort level. It's easy to approach any of the management with problems or issues, and they work with you. My health struggles are apparent, and they're not going to improve, but they work with me to make sure that my work environment is what's the word I'm looking for? It works for me. I work from home on Wednesdays because I found that a full week in the office I was exhausted. But that one day at home gives me time to recharge my batteries, where I don't have to make my way down and back up again. It's a half-hour walk each direction, but a lot of it's the personal touch. Your family without being blood. I think that's the easiest way to put it. It's part of the Nicol family, and they will help family members out however they can. The thing about Nicol Insurance is there is a very human aspect. When you call, you're not talking to a machine. Not to say periodically you may not get a recording, but ultimately you will speak to someone directly. It's not all pre-programmed, press this, press that. We have a live receptionist, so the voice you're going to hear is a live person's voice. And when you come into the office, there is someone there to greet you. Well, I know when I was on the desk, you would get somebody that called in and they'd be at the side of the road because they've had an accident and they're frantic. They're young. They have no idea. And rather than just shuffle them off and assume somebody's going to pick up, I would reach out to the account representative, ensure that the call will be picked up so that they can talk to a live person in order to get their problems resolved, just to bring their stress level down so they can think a little more calmly. Accidents are stressful at the best of times. When you're young and maybe it's your first one, you're beside yourself with worry. You don't know which direction to turn, so trying to make that first experience a little easier to deal with, I think, is very important. That human aspect. You're not just a number. I think the most rewarding part of the job is a job well done, knowing that when you've applied yourself, the details are accurate, and as a result, the account manager or account representative that looks after that file is going to be able to rely on the information that has been entered into the system. I'd say the thing that keeps me motivated is the environment. Being able to touch base with the clients, going home feeling accomplished, the team environment. When you come in the morning, you feel good about coming in. It's not you're dragging yourself in, oh, it's just another day. You look forward to it. You know there's going to be challenges, stresses, but there's also a lot of people there that help to make the day a little brighter. The only other thing I could say is if anybody sees somebody walking down the street reading a book, that's probably me. Serious. That's how many people. I know you. I just didn't know you worked there because I walk so much. Well, I haven't had a vehicle in over 6 years, and it makes my walks go a little easier. I've got good peripheral vision. I've never walked into anybody yet.